The threat forced officers to call in special investigative teams, including the bomb squad. They didn't take any chances. Fountain Place was Hossam Smadi's target in a bomb plot last year.
My name's Monika Diaz. I work for Channel 8 in Dallas, Texas, WFAA. I've been a reporter for almost 15 years now. I became a reporter. I graduated from Florida State University with my bachelor's in communications journalism, and then my first job in TV was actually Miami, Florida, my hometown, and I was pressing play and record. It was a job behind the scenes. It wasn't on camera, but I did that and then worked my way up as a writer, and then after that I was able to do some volunteer work on the side with the station and come in and do some new, get a new resume tape. And then I sent that out, and my first job was in San Jose, California, working for Telemundo, and it was a Spanish television station. It feels like we work 7 days a week. We're always looking for story ideas, and usually my day starts every morning around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, and around that time I read the paper, I read a lot of internet sites, a lot of sites that have things that are going on in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Then I also call people that I usually talk to about every week and see if anything's coming up. And some people work at City Hall, some people work for community organizations, and sometimes they'll have story ideas, but you're always looking for a story idea. So usually you're always working on that every day.
As far as, and you don't have a price or a cost, I guess, of how, but it's not cheap.
It's very difficult to balance your personal life and your work life, because sometimes it feels like you are working all the time. And this business, sometimes you can be in bed and you went to bed at 11 o'clock at night after a day's work, and then they call you in at 3 o'clock in the morning because of a tornado or something like that. So it's very difficult, but you just find that there are a lot of sacrifices that are made, and sometimes you wish you can spend time with your loved ones on holidays. But I think for those of us who are still in the business, it's because we're passionate about the business. We love what we do. And yeah, sometimes there are trade-offs. Sometimes we don't get, all the days that we want off, and sometimes spending time with family or being away from home. But at the end, I think it's been worth it, because so far it's been a great career.
And then the other thing is, and I just don't know what I can get on it.
Well, I think the biggest challenge today is trying to find out where the new journalists, the new graduates, those people who are coming into the business, where they're going to be in the next 5 years. We have so much technology now that helps us do our jobs. There are so many sources for news now. The business is going to change, but how is it going to change? How will viewers watch the news 5 years from now? And I think that's the biggest challenge now, where the industry is going. I think it's great, all the technology, what it's done for the industry, because we've been able to do our work much faster. Just have to figure out the way that we present it, the way that we deliver it. Is it always going to be a 5 o'clock news? Maybe 10 years from now there won't be a 5 o'clock news, but you can probably go online and watch a 5 o'clock news or a 4 o'clock news. So it's finding a way on how we can make the technology work and deal with the viewing patterns that are also changing.
News 8 has learned that the manager works at a Monty restaurant. Investigators say there was...
I think what's happening now is that a lot of the cable networks, there's a lot of opinionated news, and sometimes that can blur the line of objective journalism. And when you have so many shows where anchors are able to give their opinion, I think that affects the industry. So sometimes when you're watching CNN and you're watching a show, you're like, oh, well, they have a personal agenda, they might be this. Or you're watching Fox, they might have a personal agenda because they're catering to this type of audience. I think as a viewer, you have to be informed. You have to then depend on different sources for news, not just on one, because one might just be giving you one side of the story. So you have to look at all different types of media, and then you can decide on your own what you believe, what you want to take from a story.
In Dallas, Monika Diaz, Channel 8 News.